Minecraft recently added Hardcore to the Bedrock Edition in the new 1.21 update. After not playing Minecraft since 1.9, I survived 100 days on a floating island and have now returned to complete 200 days. Throughout my second 100 days, I come close to death searching for unforeseen treasures and creating overpowered farms. Follow me on my journey to complete 200 days in Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore. Currently, it's day 101, it's raining. I don't really know if these are all the goals that we would like to get done for this episode, or if we have more. This is our first mock-up. Basically, what I think I'll get started on is probably this wither farm and or the iron farm, because both of these are pretty cemented in here. Now that I'm flying around the world a lot more, I do think that a creeper farm is probably going to be completed within the next 10 days. I definitely need a lot of rockets, and I need a lot of sugarcane, but I have the sugarcane already. All I really need is the gunpowder, so do not be surprised if you see us make a creeper farm very shortly. And now we are finally here at our Unbreaking 3 villager, but currently his trade is sitting at 39 emeralds and 1 book for the Unbreaking 3. I'm going to try to get this to be under 10 emeralds to get the Unbreaking 3. With that, we're going to try to do the Splash Potion of Weakness on him and then hit him with the Golden Apple. I hope, maybe right there. There he goes with the weakness. You know what I'm messing up right now? I need to get a zombie in here to hit him, and then I'll hit him with the weakness. Alright, this is our guy right here. I don't really know, but I think we'll just trap him. I guess we'll just let him in. Let him do his thing. Alright. There we go, there we go. Okay. So hopefully he'll go for the villager, turn buddy over. And then we can kill the villager that's in, or the zombie. Yeah, there we go, okay. There we go, almost died. And I'm probably gonna die if I don't get out. But now we're out, I guess. No, I'm actually gonna die. Whoo, that was so close. Okay, so where's our villager at? Don't tell me the skeleton got him. I think the skeleton just killed him. No, he didn't. Okay. Yeah, I almost just died. Like, that's brutal. Okay, so I'm happy that I placed that right there. This way we'll just hit buddy. He should be good. Alright. There we go. So now we just need to wait. I don't know if it's 5 to 10 minutes. I hope it's not 20. Right here. Boom. 14. We're gonna do it. Okay. With that, we got the Unbreaking. Not too bad. Alright, with these last few blocks placed, we have now completed our creeper farm. Day 112, I was right in my prediction. I did say that this farm would be done within 10 days. That a creeper farm is probably going to be completed within the next 10 days. And I just hope that it works now. All this is just a waiting game now for them to fall down. And there we go, we got our first creeper. Oh, and they can see me 100%. And with that, almost 10 minutes later, I made our little killing chamber. I would like to maybe make this automatic at some point, but currently we have the looting 3 sword. We are just about at a stack. And we do have some of the other mobs still coming in, and that's just because the top layer is not fully trapdoored out, but that's only like 1 or 2 spawn spots, so I'm really not too worried about it. Just like that, we should be at a stack of gunpowder. Ooh, 63, so close. There we go. Okay, over a stack in like 5 minutes. The sun barely moves, so
Made our creeper farm in less than 10 days. Very happy about that. Let's get back to what we were trying to do, which is the wither farm. So I'll catch you guys in the nether. Before we start making our wither skeleton farm, I decided to come to the end and raid some of these end cities in hopes to get a shulker box. I would like to organize our items in an ender chest, but until we have shulker boxes, we can't really do that. So here I am trying to get them, and it seems like a few of them are dropping. So am I. Currently we have 12. We have 6 more that I would like to get before we leave. And I think that we should be able to, hopefully. There's a couple down here, and yeah, I'm just gonna explore this entire place. Alright, and with that, we seem to have gotten all that we were looking for. Yeah, I would say all in all, pretty successful end trip. We were able to do this within 1 day, and now we can keep going along with our idea of making a wither farm. So I thought we would travel out to where the ocean monument is and our creeper farm is. There's a coral reef right around the corner. Here we are at the tropical reef, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some puffer fish. There we go, got our first puffer fish. Honestly, that's probably all that we'll need, but I would like to get 2 or 3 just in case. There we go, we got our second. Ooh, I just flew past me. I didn't even pick it up. I think the puffer fish just jumped over the rod. And then I'm not seeing the item, so I'm wondering if it's considered alive. No. There it is. Okay. I would have been very surprised, bro. That'd be really cool if Minecraft added that. Like, let's say you miss the fishing rod and it jumps over you. The fish gets off the hook. The fish can go back into the water and live. Mojang, add that. Come on. So it looks like our water breathing potions are about to be 8 minutes long after we put this redstone dust. That's roughly a day on Minecraft, and there's only 3 bosses who really don't do much. All I really needed was the water breathing, because that does the most damage to you. Alright, and just as the sun is rising, we're about to go try to complete our ocean monument. Right over here is our creeper farm, and right over here is the ocean monument. So pretty close by. Gonna put the night vision on just so we can see clearly, and keep the water breathing potion in my hand. I'm feeling pretty confident about this. I'm wearing full netherite, so I'm not too worried about getting hit by them at all. Obviously we have 9 golden apples, and there's the first one. Ooh, okay, so he hits for a little bit more than I thought. But really just not too much at all. Should have got a sharpness sword for sure. Doing this with the smite sword. Hey, that's kind of sick. Got the dolphin to swim with us. So to my understanding, there's one at the top, so that was him, and then there is 2 on each wing of the monument. So we kind of need to find those wings. Right here should be some gold. My idea with this build is going to be very simple. I'm not looking to build that much in this episode. I would like to kind of get the farms going. Happy that we found this. We'll come back for this in a second. I'm looking for the bosses right now. But my idea with this build is basically just to drain the ocean monument from the inside, but keep all the water on the outside. I was saying Star Wars last time, and since then, I would say Aquaman can be added to the list of kind of the depiction of what I'm going for. And that's just, once you walk inside, it's going to be all air. So currently I'm a little lost. I don't know exactly where I should be going, but we'll find it. I'm not too worried. My plans for the build is just to maintain the structure and just kind of add to it. I think I like the corridors. I like the way that it's kind of made so far. Happy that we found the front door. Now we can kind of work away from it in a different direction and hopefully find what we're looking for, and that's this. Perfect. I knew it had to open up at some point. I was wondering when it would. You got us. Alright. All we gotta do is just hit him. And he's actually hitting for a decent amount right now. A little surprised by that, but at the same time, I'm using a smite sword to kill him, so there he is. It's our buddy right here, man. Seems like he's hitting us. There we go. And just like that, the ocean monument is cleared. Right now, I'm just going to go around and try to clear out where the sponge is at, where the gold was. Stuff like that, just to try to clean up before we leave. Either way, we're just going to collect all of them. Alright, and with that, we have collected all the sponge, and it's time to get out before we drown. And then the front door. Cool. And there we go, and one day we were able to conquer the monument. Gotta watch out for these guys, man. They're getting me. Forgot to wear gold. Watch out, you don't want the smoke, buddy. Ah, then once again, I need to sit here and break all of these. Thought he might be mad, but he's not. There we go. So now we have a bunch of dry sponge. And I might head back to the monument real quick and show you guys what I was thinking about taking out each room. But I've definitely seen people take out all the ocean monuments and dig out all the sand, and I think that's already been done. So I'm trying to do something just a little bit different, but what's the existing structure? Oh, I guess that's our last one, but we've taken out a decent amount of the water monument so far. Right here should be our entrance. And that's perfect. Should probably go around and break all these, but I'll do that off camera. Alright, on day 121, I decided to check the book again and see where we're at for our goals for our second 100 days in this world. Currently, we have transformed the ocean monument into our home. This hasn't happened just yet, but we are on the way of doing that. Obviously, you guys have just watched this. Currently, we are on our way to figure out the wither farm, try to find a spot to place the wither farm, and then obviously get all the materials and create the wither farm. So with that being said, I think we're going to head into the nether and try to find a nice little nether fortress for us to farm our withers at. Alright, so right over here should be our first nether fortress that we found, and we were able to honestly farm all that we needed to. As you guys just saw, I was able to get 3 wither skulls, and from that I think that I'm going to make a wither skeleton, like the flower farm, whatever that one is. Initially I kind of thought that this area might not be too bad. 1 is really close to our portal, 2 you can see that they're spawning, and then 3 there's 4, I guess, areas for them to leave. The downside of this is that was on Y54, and it's one of the lower areas of the fortress. Obviously the inside areas are the tallest areas in the nether fortress here. So I'm just gonna fly around the nether and hope to find something soon. Alright, so I found the soul sand biome. This is something that I am looking for our nether fortress. It kind of needs to be in this biome because they spawn the wither skeletons a lot more than any other biome. I just found another bastion right here. I do not think that we'll go for it right now. Looking for a nether fortress, not a bastion. So this is very open, a lot of the soul sand biome. And I hope to find one pretty shortly. Downside that I'm checking out, wow, I'm surprised he hit me in the air while flying. I thought that just wouldn't happen whatsoever. Found a bastion again. Seem to be a lot of bastions out here. I don't think I have conquered this one at all, but definitely not going to do that one today. So we actually found another fortress in the soul sand biome. I'm very happy that the soul sand biome is so large because we just kept flying around and kept kind of popping through. One of the styles that I've seen and was most likely going to go with and will still use is definitely the piglin, and just giving them a name and having the wither kind of, you know, track them and go to them, and then just from there all you need to do is just place down some trapdoors and make it seem like there's a full block. They walk straight down. But yeah, nonetheless, I like this nether fortress. I do think that I'll just make it right there. I don't think that the height of the pathways is really, you know, that big of an issue if I, you know, put stone slabs on all of these other spots in the fortress. All these other spawning spots, if all these are covered that are taller than the ones over here, then I'm assuming that we'll get some pretty good rates right here. I'm happy that we found this, and right here is where we will make our farm. On day 128, we decided to go to a nearby village and pick up a couple villagers to start making a villager breeder. I would like to make a wither skeleton farm, but we keep running into a couple bottlenecks, this one now being not enough iron. So I think we should try to get into the villager game and maybe make our iron farm before we go ahead and make the wither farm. It's not that I need too much iron, it's just that I need both of these done, so I might as well get it done. Alright, we now have 3 villagers captured, and I think we're going to take this ocean all the way back to our base. So now this is probably the easiest way to transport villagers. I'm curious if I'm able to get another boat full of 2 villagers and have 5, but right now I found that 3 is pretty easy. It's doable, and as you guys can tell, it's day 128, and now we have 3 villagers on the way back to our base. I'm going to try to build this villager farm in between our initial Sky Island base and the monument that we're going to try to clear out. I think that that's going to be a nice little central area for us to build a lot of larger farms and automatic farms that we need dirt and grass for. So yeah, I will see you guys once we get back to our base. I'm going to make a very simple iron farm that I'm sure anybody can find on YouTube. I know that I was able to. However, to start this iron farm off, we're just going to go 7 by 7 and then go 3 down. This farm will be a combination of an iron farm and a villager breeder. So right now we're going to go 5 by 5, and now we're going to go 6 down. So I'm happy that we're going to get this done today. This is one of the goals on our list, and it is a pretty easy goal to get done. All we needed to do was just sit down and do it. I am happy that we got that creeper farm over there done before this though. However, I've ran into the issue of needing to go mine for iron, and because of that, we're going to make an iron farm. It's pretty self-explanatory. But right now I'll need 20 beds. Then after filling in all of these, we should have 2 fletching tables left over. Perfect. Okay, so now we put our villagers right here, and I believe we just cover them up. So I'll go get those villagers right now. Which, they're right out here actually. We've already got them. So our goal now is to see them all turn into Fletchers, which, seeing as they are all wearing the same hats now, I'm assuming they're Fletchers. Okay. Perfect. Now I'm going to throw them all my food and go hungry, and they should start trading and breeding. What I need to do is throw a torch down here. luckily we had some torches in our chest, so we're able just to light this up. The idea being, perfect, they already got one popping out. The idea being is so the zombies don't spawn in here. So I'm just going to place 2 temporary blocks, break those, put this back, and then boom. So now they're underground and they should be safe. However, no success so far getting an iron golem to spawn. So what that makes me believe is they just need more food and we need more villagers down there. And after a little bit of AFKing, it seems that our iron golem farm is up and working. We have 34 iron. That's pretty good for only about 30 minutes of AFKing. Alright, so I decided to scrap the idea of making a wither rose farm in the end. It seemed to be a lot more difficult than I thought it would be initially. So I'm just going to make a wither rose farm right here. And as you guys can tell, as many chickens as we get from these eggs is the amount of wither roses that we will have. And I can also just farm these for a little bit too. But yeah, I think this is just going to be a more efficient way. As you guys can tell, it's already day 138. And I would like to get this wither farm kind of done before 150. So that's the goal right now. Alright. Upside of this is we're going to get another nether star. Okay, so now that there should be all the withers. Wither roses are right here. Perfect. Okay. Now I just need to kill the wither. In my inventory right now, I have 21 wither roses. So that's exactly what we were looking for. I'm very happy that we were able to complete that. And basically, we'll be able to do that whenever we want. After we get this wither skeleton farm going. There he is. Okay, just like that we were able to complete another wither and get another wither star. Hopefully it'll blow up. There we go. Okay, I got caught by one of those explosions one time and did not end too well. So pretty good on the diamond front. Once again, we were able to unearth a few diamonds, got another nether star, and on top of that the 21 wither roses. So fantastic all the way around. Head and cross off one of the farms that we have completed today. That farm being the iron farm. So just like that, we are 1/5 of the way done. But right now, we're going to try to keep cracking along with the wither farm and try to get that one done also. That didn't go at all how I wanted to do that. Wow. I just killed our mending villager. The idea with this farm is just to put a piglin in the middle and then only allow for withers to spawn on the outside. I think we'll be able to accomplish that with the wither roses. That was kind of the whole point for getting the wither roses. All right, so I need to go back and definitely get a name tag before I can finish making this farm. But what we're dealing with right now is this. This is what we're looking at. Basically, the idea is you put the piglin in the middle, then you have two sides where mobs can go down into. And down here, we'll have a nice little killing chamber. Basically, the rest of the farm is just placing half slabs everywhere and half blocks, and just spawn proofing the rest of the fortress and any surrounding areas like that area right there. One thing that I haven't acquired yet is a name tag. So we're gonna put a timer on the screen right now, try to see how long it takes us to find a name tag in this world. So at this point, it's been over 15 minutes and I still have not found a name tag. I actually stopped back at our house and am now going back across the ocean for the second time to hopefully find a cave with a mine shaft with a name tag in a chest. I hope we're able to get this done within the next 2 days because wow. I've opened roughly 20 chests so far with nothing, no luck. So I'm really hoping that this cave right over here, wow, that was right in front of me, will lead to something. Because I have not mined over here at all. This is looking quite interesting. Is this? Hey, this is the mine shaft. Cool. So I blew right past it the first time, but I'm happy I was able to find it the second time. This is exactly what we're looking for. Surface level mine shaft in the mesa is usually quite promising, showing the chests. So hopefully we're able to get something from this. All right, right here, hopefully. Let's go, we got a name tag. Okay, what was the time? Roughly 17 minutes and 30 seconds was the time for us to get a name tag. I'm gonna get moving before that spawns anything that we don't want to deal with. But yeah, 17 minutes, wow. So this is working out pretty well. The way that I've done this with villagers, I'm really just trying to treat this as villagers, right? The way that I've done it before is having water with the lead, but this is actually working quite well, just having a lead in a boat. We're entering the Nether Fortress. Already have seen some blaze, and I'm curious to see what mobs will go for the piglin. Because obviously I'm getting the piglin for the withers, but what about skeleton? What about blaze, you know? Curious about those. So I hope that they won't. I don't think that they will. Really wouldn't make sense for them to. Maybe the skeleton might. I can see the skeleton going for them. Because like what's a skeleton to a wither skeleton, you know? But Basically, I just need to protect them and get them up on that glass block that I placed earlier. I do not want to go out and get another 2 of them, so I need to get going with this. They're definitely about to get smacked by one of these blazes. They're pissed about something. I don't know what they're trying to shoot at. But we need to get going, boys. We need to get going. Oh, and they just keep breaking off. Alright, now that I have him pretty safely in here, I'm going to put the name tag on him. I have him named Welcome Wither, and hopefully that will be the only time I will need to make that. So this is all that we have finished so far with placing the slabs around the nether fortress. Got a decent amount done. I'm trying to keep a nice little radius going around our piglin. As you guys can tell, there's no slabs right there, but then over here we start to have a lot. I finished all the way going back here, and I would like to place some more on these little bits down here, probably break those islands and just try to continue. I saw that you could place fire down, and that works also, but completed all the way over to here. We have a blaze spawner right there that I wanted to keep, and then I destroyed the one over here. But basically, we've gone through 1 shulker box of deep slate and converted all of that into slabs, and now this is where we're at. The withers are spawning, but I'm also still getting a lot of skeletons, a lot of blaze, and just everything else too. So I need to look into that, and I'm pretty sure it's just the roses that I'll need to place everywhere, is what I'm assuming. Either that or try to get the mobs to move off the spawning platforms quickly and have them go somewhere else. So a lot to think of, but day 154, and we're making progress in the nether. Alright, so I'm over at the nether fortress trying to spawn proof everything, and I ran into something a little bit weird in Minecraft that I haven't really thought of, and I thought would be it might be pretty cool to share. So basically, fence posts are supposed to be a block and a half tall. So basically, from my measurements, right, this is a block and a half. I've been putting half slabs on every block so nothing spawns. I put a half slab on top of this block. This should be a block and a half, and then I'm able to walk across it just normally, like no bumps, no anything. You see, if I go down, it bounces up. I need to jump up for that. But then it got me thinking, okay, what if I place a slab on one of these fence posts? Where will it land? And it turns out that it lands right on top of that block. And once again, it's the same. If I walk on top of these, I'm walking smoothly. So it's really weird considering that I'm able to add the block, but it doesn't do anything to the level of or height of the block. In my opinion, it should be kind of right there, considering that this is a block and a half. But just something cool I wanted to share. I'm working my way around this nether fortress. We're trying to get the inside right now and kind of start on the roof. As you guys can tell, the roof has not been spawn trapped whatsoever. So yeah, just slowly chipping away at it. They seem to be spawning at a higher rate since I have spawn proofed a decent amount of the nether fortress. Actually, the entire nether fortress is spawn proofed, so they are spawning right here for the most part. What I need to do now is probably get some buttons and place them everywhere is what I'm thinking, so that these other skeletons won't spawn. Either that, or just think of different ways to take the other mobs away from the center of the farm. I'm thinking if we have skeletons spawning over here, something that attracts skeletons would be over there, or something that makes them scared so they run the other direction. Either way, we need to get them off of our spawning platforms and dead before too long, because we don't want them standing around kind of like how they are right now, because it's decreasing our wither skeleton spawns. However, wither skeleton spawns seem to be up right now. Over there we have like 3, and then over here we have 2. So for the most part, it's looking not too bad. Our next step with the farm is going to be trying to make all of these spawn spots dirt blocks in a circle going around this guy in the middle. And then from those dirt blocks, I would like to put wither roses on them, just kind of like what we did right here. And then maybe something else that I would like to do is something like this, where like you can't really leave the area that we have placed, because a lot of them are spawning then walking off our spawn platforms like somewhere else. And if they're alive kind of walking around the area, it's going to reduce our spawn rates. So it's not the worst thing. I mean, hey, we're sitting here, we have a decent farm so far. We're on the way. We've already kind of done the hard part, to be honest. We placed all the slabs and we spawn proofed everything. So yeah, it's gonna keep working on it. I think right now we're gonna go back to the overworld and try to get a bunch of chicken eggs, spawn another wither. Ooh. I thought that might happen. No, I thought about it way too late. Okay, so you guys just saw what happened. That's brutal. Okay, so we got a lot more to do with our farm than I thought. So while we wait for chicken eggs to spawn, we're going to go through our goals one more time and kind of see where we're at and try to get a move on with some of them. As you guys know, we already have done the iron farm. I made a pretty simple iron farm, and I believe that's what I'm going to try to do for the gold farm. The reason for this is it's just items in the game that are needed, but I don't need an abundance of. I need gold for like a decent amount of golden carrots, and I need iron just to make hoppers for the most part. But after that, I don't need 2,400 iron an hour, so I'm very happy with the iron farm that we have. The wither farm, on the other hand, I am looking to have a bunch of wither spawn and make it quite efficient because of all the drops that come with it. I think the fact that you get fuel not only in coal but in bone meal too is very essential for any Minecraft world. So I'm going to try to make the wither farm very efficient. At the top right here, I know it said complete shepherd's mill, and a lot of you guys are probably wondering, you know, hey, what is this? What does this mean? What's this goal? What are you trying to accomplish with these 3 words? And you know, to put it short, I'm trying to put clouds around the island that we lived on for the first 100 days and are currently living on still. The idea of the clouds is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's an island in the sky. I think it would make sense if it sat on some clouds. Either way, we're making good moves with the wither farm. We've already completed the iron farm, the shepherd's mill. The idea is there. We just have to execute. I think that might take 3 days, maybe 5 if it takes a while to get a sheep up there, because currently I only have 1. And then obviously transforming the ocean monument will get done. During our little spiel, we made 13 eggs, so that's great. Right here, I have a little egg farm with just a bunch of chicken down there, and yeah, they produce, what is that, 16 egg in 10 minutes roughly. That's our island right over there. So yeah, I guess we can kind of look at our island from this point of view. If you look at our island from this side, you can tell that we have a bunch of vines kind of falling down, and it's connecting our island with the ground, and I really don't like that. The island is very tall to this ground over here, But then you kind of move over here, and we've entered a little bit more of a mountain range, a little higher ground. As you guys can tell, I'm standing on 136, and our island, I think, sits at 164. I might be wrong on that, but either way, it's very close to these two islands. And if I wanted to, I could take a vine up to our island from the ground, and I don't even need the waterfall or wings to get up here. And I don't like that. I like the island being floating. I don't like the island connected to the ground. So I think for our shepherd's mill, our goal is to come around here and take off all the vines, and get them at the root so they don't keep growing, because this will keep growing down. Obviously, I mean, that's how vines work. But yeah, in the meantime, right now, I'm just going to continue farming these eggs, and hopefully we'll be able to kill the wither quite shortly. So we are on our way to go and fight another wither and hopefully collect 163 wither roses. As you guys can tell, our inventory is filled with eggs, and the chances of getting 163 chickens is quite slim. Going to pop night vision. Oh, what is that? Oh, that should be night vision. Yeah, it says strength at the bottom. That's weird. Maybe it's because I clicked too quickly. I can put the fire resistance on just for, if we have lava or anything along those lines. The torch is right there. There we go. Okay, so basically once he explodes and the fight starts, there'll be wither roses right there, and I need to go get them. There we go. And it seems like we've collected all of them before they exploded. And let's see how many we have. 20. Alright. I hope there's a way to use bone meal so I don't need to do this over and over. But I really don't know. Hopefully we don't get hit by that at all. Perfect. Just like that, we have our third nether star. Alright, so I decided to jump into a creative world and do a little bit of testing on spawn spots for our wither skeletons. I've been making this farm for a little bit and I don't really know exactly where I'm going with it, so I decided this would probably be the best course of action, just to make sure that the farm is efficient once I am done with it, because currently it's looking not efficient and not done whatsoever. Really, it's just not even a farm. I just spawn proofed the entire fortress. So basically what I did was just looked up a YouTube video, and I came across some commands, and these are the commands real quick. And basically what it's doing is just spawning every mob that it can. And when it does spawn a wither skeleton, it produces a white wool block on the spawn spot that it spawned on, and then basically they die. As you guys can tell, they're all just dying around me right now. So yeah, basically this is where we would like to have our piglins sit, and I went 20 blocks in either direction, and currently we are sitting with 12 spawn spots. I've added these little corner spots on either side, and they have produced a couple, but not too many. As you guys can tell, these large ones over here, there have been no wither skeletons spawning on it just yet. So I am thinking about doing it a little bit longer, maybe just waiting another 10-15 minutes to see. But yeah, this is basically what we're looking for. Either way, I think this course of action will make our wither skeleton farm very, very efficient, considering that we have gone around and spawn proofed everything so far. Let me know in the comments also if you guys are okay with me going into creative test worlds to try out different farms, or just testing farms and see what we can do, because obviously I'm going to track the data and then implement it in our hardcore world, but it's not like I just made the farm in creative. So say something in the comments, let me know. Either way, let's get back to our real world. Is basically done. For the fundamental part of the farm, we are basically there. and completed. So what I've done is spawn proofed every block within the fortress. As you guys can tell over here, it's even spawn proofed. What I'm trying to do right now is just fly in, not into that wall, but fly in over here and see if we can get some wither skeletons to spawn in those spawning spots. So what I've done is placed wither roses in the dirt block right there with the glass. Should be facing northwest. I might have it facing the wrong way right now because currently I'm not seeing any spawn. There we go. Okay, finally we have some spawning. So I've done a little bit of changes, as you guys can tell. This one spawned and the wither rose is actually sitting on top of the block, where the majority of them I have them sitting under. So right here we have the buttons on top of the glass, so it also spawned with the buttons on top of the glass, so it's not that. So that will be that side. Over here, try to do something a little bit different and place these facing the other direction, but as you can tell, that didn't matter. They spawned right there perfectly. Now it also looked like he fell off right here, so I need to expand this. So what I'm going to do right now is place those and see if they start spawning a little bit more on this side. I'm curious. So I'm expecting to see a few more over there since we raised the wither roses, and then probably the same result over here from the last test. There we go. Okay, so they spawn on those and they spawn rather quickly. Basically, oh, they spawn too. Do they get knocked off or do they get killed? That might be the reasoning to have it in the one block so that they die. Either way, he just died right there. And we might need to move our little base down here. I like the idea of the two so that they can fall a little bit more rapidly, so that they have like two spaces to fall into instead of just the one. But I guess we'll have to see how that works. Either way, I'm gonna fly away. Overall though, pretty happy with how this project's gone. Never done anything like this in Minecraft, so I think it's pretty cool. And I hear a piglin spawning. Okay, then he walks off, and so that might be the issue. So maybe some turtle eggs with some drops. Yep, okay. So with me standing right down below, they don't spawn on top, so I need to get probably, I don't know, a decent amount of blocks away for them to start spawning. Don't know the exact number, but as you guys can tell, it's me running over there, so it's not too bad. Probably like 20 something. But there you go. This is the farm. I'm gonna go back to the overworld right now and just try to get the things that we need to complete the farm. One thing I messed up on the last time was picking one with a crossbow, so I need to get Buddy with a sword. I think this will be the one that we trap, because obviously he's a little pissed and he's gonna follow. Hopefully, come on, follow, Buddy. Yeah. All right, this might be easier than we thought. Hey, slow and steady wins the race most of the time, so we'll get there eventually. Okay, did not think of this obstacle. Let's see if a lead might get him up. I don't think it will. All I have to do is just pillar up and this way. Seems like he's already on. Cool. Alright, and then back in. I have both leads. We're good to go. Either way, we should definitely name him. No. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. Those are spawning spots. Wow. Should have made this out of glass. Either way, I think we're just gonna risk it. Try to get Buddy over. Oh no. Okay. Now we need to get him up. So it'll be the lead once again for him. And then me blocking up in time for that. Perfect. Wow. I'm so happy I was able to do that. Alright, so as you guys can tell, they are chasing him. So that's great. That's phenomenal, actually. I do not know how I was able to save him that quickly. I'm very happy I was able to. And one thing that I'm worried about right now is just these being spawning spots. So yeah, I think I'm just going to try to break them while we move across. Alright, so we have them in place. Now what I need to do is make sure that they are able to find him at every spawn spot. So it seems like those guys are having trouble kind of coming over. So what I need to do is just set up a border. And on day 174, we have finished our wither farm. We need to put some chests down at the bottom here, but besides that, we have it all set up pretty well. They're falling down at a consistent rate, and currently we have 8 wither skulls in our inventory. I'm also going to try to make this double as a gold farm, considering that we are still getting some piglins spawning up there at the top. So what I did to combat that, as you guys saw, was get some of these turtle eggs. And yeah, it doesn't look like they're working all that well. So I might need to put the turtle eggs somewhere around here. Might work a little bit better, a little bit closer to the center of where they will be spawning, because currently I kind of have them further away. So yeah, we might start working on that, but either way, as we always do, once we complete a goal of ours, we open up our book, we go to the goal that we completed, and then cross it out. So with that, we are 2/5 of the way done with all of our goals for today's episode. We are currently working on transforming the ocean monument into our home, and then I'm about to start work on completing our shepherd's mill. I guess that works. I'm about to start drowning here shortly. Let me get the air. Oh, we're about to make this work. Wow. Oh no. No, 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 no. Yep, buddy's dead. Wow. Basically, all I need to do is just make a little staircase over to our island. We're on the island. Perfect. Now we have 2 sheep in our house. So after a little bit of work, we now have roughly 10 to 12, maybe 15 sheep in our house, and we're going to keep breeding them and just have a bunch of sheep here. The idea is that our house will be sitting on a bunch of clouds. So what I have is a white sheep, and then I have a little bit of a darker sheep over here, and then they make a light gray sheep. And basically the light gray is going to be the majority of the build, with some of it highlighted in white, and then some of the darker tones closer to the base of the island. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this will turn out. Alright, so day 180. I think it's a good time to give you guys a little bit of an update on what my goal is to complete this episode. So basically we have 3 challenges, 3 goals that we need to complete within the next 20 days. 1 being a gold farm, and then 2 being more building oriented. 1 being the shepherd's mill, and then the second, transforming this ocean monument into a home. So it's going to be like the bare model of it basically. What I'm trying to do though is just kind of make little pathways between each room and open them up a little bit so that we could easily walk around it. After a quick crash course in scaffolding, we are now ready to start placing our blocks for our cloud. So I'm trying to think of good ways to do it, right? But once again, I've never done this, so just bear with me. Alright, this is our first attempt at the cloud. And that's the first look. That is minuscule. So, once again, looks like we bit off a lot. Wow, yeah, okay, so I don't hate it, but the light gray is definitely not the best wool to use. Definitely just need a bunch of white. I was hoping to get like the gradient going, and maybe if it is larger, like possibly. Now that I'm looking at it, this might be a big project to do. We'll definitely think about the clouds under the sky base. I still want to do it, but just I need to execute it a different way, obviously. I think we had the right idea, but just not enough of the material. So not a huge issue in the grand scheme of things because we can easily get the material. Right now we're going to try to take out this room. If I died there, that would have been so embarrassing. So after not completely copying and pasting 2 YouTube tutorials into our world, we now have an automatic iron farm and an automatic gold farm. Well, not completely automatic over here. I definitely need to come in and kill them, but to the best of our capabilities, we were able to get a lot of gold with this farm, and I'm very satisfied with it. Let's get back to our ocean monument. Hop through here, see where it leads, and basically just dry all the wet sponge and do it more efficiently. And that's what I was a little concerned with, you know. I was worried that these portals would kind of spawn in here. And I also have the gold farm in between this portal and the other portal. This portal is our island portal, and the other portal that we just made, I was assuming would kind of be over here a little bit more. Either way, it's not what we want to see. Okay, that's something at least a little decent. Now we have the portal coming to our normal portal. Huh. So as you guys can tell, the ocean monument's at 1700, and we're currently sitting with our x-axis at 850. So I thought, since it would be 1,000 blocks the other direction, like all the way over that way, I thought that the nether portal might work, but I guess not. Huh. Perfect. So that should have been our last trip to the Nether. I do want to decorate the inside, but as you guys can tell in the top left corner, we are running out of days rather quickly. So an idea that I have is, you know, maybe trying to scrap one of the ideas and tackle the ocean monument, and I think that's probably what we'll go with. Probably gonna scrap the shepherd's mill and you know, just write in the creeper farm instead of the shepherd's mill for this episode and keep that for another keep that idea for another day. And then with the ocean monument, you know, maybe just try to yeah, I don't even know. I'm thinking like storage. You know, I could do something with storage, but at the end of the day, I really don't have too much to store. So this has been the hardest part right here, is trying to get these like layers down, because once they're down, it's kind of easy to get, but to get them down is a little difficult. But with that, ooh, we're finished. Cool. It's the first time ever draining a ocean monument. Now, obviously, I didn't drain the ocean around the ocean monument. I just drained the monument itself. So I'm assuming that the guardian fish are spawning a lot more quickly upstairs and outside. But it looks like we have a lot of room for activities. I'm thinking, since there's two large wings, like my initial idea was just storage. Like if we can have this middle area kind of be like water, I guess, just like flowing, and then we can have a bunch of little farms kind of all around dumping into a little like river that's flowing throughout the entire base around. Because I'm pretty sure if I break one of these blocks, I'll pop right into the center area. Yeah, okay, close enough. But this is where I was thinking to have storage would be like right here, and then centerpiece right here, and then storage right over here in these two rooms. So I don't know, it's just like obviously the initial idea of what we're going for. But if this could like transport items back here to our storage from around the base, that'd be pretty cool in my opinion. So obviously that's just like future ideas. I really don't think, and I'm not hopeful that we will be able to make the entire ocean monument our home or transform it really completely. I'm happy that we were able to take all the water blocks out, so now we can walk around it as we are currently. One of my goals for the storage system is to get it automatic. So basically what I've been trying to do is just attach hoppers to the back end. And from that, we ran into the bottleneck of no iron. So I just tried to AFK for a little bit and get some iron, and I got 21. So basically what I'm trying to say is our iron farm is only mediocre, and we would need to sit there for quite a bit longer to get a bunch more iron. But from that, I guess we could just focus on the rest of the ocean monument. As you guys can tell, this looks a little bit different. I think I have come to a conclusion of what I would like to do with this little section. And then I have a few more sections that I have ideas for, but nothing really down just yet. Over here, nothing is down, but the idea is quite concrete. So basically what I want to do is just have villagers farming different plants on different floors, and we have 8 different floors. We have one right here, then one right here, and then we have one right here, one right there. So from that we'll have like potatoes and like carrots, wheat, whatever it may be, all around. Then we could keep the ideas of items just flowing around the entire temple. But basically this is the storage system. I think we might maybe make it one more layer tall, but besides that, it's looking pretty good. As for removing all my items, I'm recognizing that I really don't have that much. I'm quite poor in this world. Everything I have I just use immediately, so we just have farms. Yeah. So I used a bunch of deep slate for the nether and for the creeper farm in this episode. So we have some netherrack. That's what I need. Okay. We do have a shulker box full of that. Nice. Okay, at least we have some dirt. And then we have the start of some farms in here. So one of my first ideas for this build was to put beacons on all four corners of the build, of the temple. So yeah, we're just gonna go around and try to find where those four corners are sitting, and hope that the water won't disrupt the beacon itself. So this will seem to be the corner right here. So as you guys can tell, we do not have that many ore. So I'm over at our gold and iron farm trying to collect more. Basically what we're trying to do is light 4 beacons on all 4 corners of the ocean monument. And we're going to try to do that by getting both of these to produce 18 blocks of each. We shall see, we shall see. So the gold farm is considerably faster than the iron farm, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy that we now have 39 blocks of gold that we are able to use on all 4 corners of our ocean monument. So yeah, about to drink this water breathing and go down and do that. Alright, now is the moment of truth. There we go. I'm so happy to see that go. Oh my god, I thought that the water might not let it go up, but it did. So there we go, we're gonna put speed on this one also. Just like that. Okay, where did that come from? It came from right here. Hey, we did get a trident. First trident of the series. Cool. And with that, all 4 of our beacons are lit. So, since we're playing Bedrock, I'm curious to see. Cool. Bedrock has trouble spawning the beacons from far away on render distance, so I'm very happy to see that all 4 are lit up right here. This is very cool. This is exactly how I wanted it to look. So, while we are in the ocean monument right now, I will show you guys what we have worked on and where we are at. So, obviously, we have put together the storage system. The sorting system has not been put in yet, but the storage has been put in. We have this layer, then we have a second floor up here with basically the same layout, and I'm planning to put some windows, like basically right here, and then these will be ladders going up and down. Or water pillars. I'm thinking water pillars will probably be better for the aquatic theme. Then right here in the middle, we'll figure something out. But right over here, we started placing a farm where we will have a villager in here, and right over here, we'll have another villager with a bunch of hoppers right here and minecart hoppers. Basically, just the villager will be right here. They'll throw the bread, they'll throw the carrot, they'll throw the potato, whatever it may be to the villager, but the villager will be standing right here and won't catch it because the hopper's right here. The hopper then puts it into a dropper, the dropper then spits it out into the water current, and the water current is right over here. So on this side of the wall is where the villagers will be. So the water current will be like right here or right here, but basically just kind of wrap around and come all the way back to our storage system back here, and we'll utilize all this space for items and movement of them. Over here we have a little area that we can put something at, because I'm going to probably make that a wall, and then on the opposite side of this we have basically the same little area. So we need to figure out what to do with those two areas and this area. And then I have a little surprise over here. This is sort of like a shrine for withers in the overworld. I I kind of thought that this was a lower part of the nether, or sorry, a lower part of the ocean monument, and you know, they might have come out from the ocean and brought this technology with them, but all died. So I have them evenly dispersed and soul sand placed basically all around, making sure not to spawn the wither, because that would be brutal. Moving from this area, we will go down into the main area, through our little farm right here, and then up. And up here we have a space that we were thinking of mirroring down here with the same kind of setup, with a bunch of dirt, a villager, and then throwing to another. And I think we can make this one a little bit more ugly, considering that we want to have this be the ceiling in the bottom floor. Right here we want to have this be the ceiling. We don't want dirt on the ceiling right here, but we have 3 blocks, so we could be able to put a little farm right here with the same setup, and basically just have the water flowing on the side, with a dropper going in. But up here we have our nether portal. Obviously we can come in, but we can't really leave from this area because it's kind of intended to leave through the nether. And hopefully next episode we might be able to start making a little nether hub, and it seems like we might be able to make a farm with these guys, considering how often they are popping through. But yeah, we have this portal and our island portal right over here connected, and I know that I found the coordinates for the end portal in our first episode, and then obviously we traveled to the wither farm quite often, so making a straight path to that would probably be worthwhile. But this is not completely transformed into the shepherd's mill by any means. I basically just have a bunch of sheep in the basement, and I would let them roam up here, but they ended up dying on this block and drowning in these. And yeah, it was just brutal. I had a bunch up here too, like a lot made it up, and then I had like 4 sheep up here. So this did not really get transformed at all, but you know, along with that, I don't really think that we need to. I think we are probably going to leave this room as it is, considering that we don't have that many items in this room at all. The main switch will be the downstairs, you know, first floor and basement, and then we can add a bunch of clouds on the bottom of this island. One thing that I am happy that I have finished on this island, as you guys can tell, is the vines. The vines are no longer hanging everywhere, and yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. It looks very good in my opinion. And just wait a little bit. In the next episode, we should have some wool hanging out off of the bottom of this island, and making it look like it's sitting on a bunch of clouds. In this episode, we obviously made the wither farm, but then we made 3 other farms. One was by memory of just, you know, how creepers work, and one was a gold farm right over here that we made completely by memory, along with this iron farm that we just made because we know the mechanics of iron golems to a T. Right over here, we have the first farm that we made in this episode, all the way back at the beginning of the episode. We made a creeper farm. The creeper farm took a bunch of our materials, but did not take a bunch of our time. I think I was able to make it within like 5 to 10 days, and I'm pretty happy with that, considering it's like 7 layers tall, and it took up a lot of trapdoors. So obviously towards the end we started running out of the deep slate, so we had to use the netherrack, but nobody can really see that, so that's cool with me. I was thinking that we could be able to put a nether portal up here, so we're not having to fly everywhere in our world at all times. I really want to leave the flying to exploring. I feel like we should be able to you know, explore probably 10,000 blocks next episode, at some point, just to see what's out there, hoping to find a woodland mansion. That's something I've never fought before, so it'd be very cool to go see. I think they have the totems of undying, and that's basically it. Maybe a diamond block, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's just complete luck if we're able to find one of those. This episode did take a lot of time to record. I was in the nether and I tried not to sleep a lot this episode, considering that sleeping kind of takes away half of the time for the 100 days. And this is what I mean by the beacons do not show. So there we go. We had 1. Now we have 2, 3, 4. Wow, it was only showing 3. Now it's only showing 2. Yeah, beacons in Bedrock are brutal. Wow. In Java Edition, you'd be able to see these beacons from miles away. Like from that creeper farm over there, we should be able to see all 4 beacons. But you know, that's just the way it goes, I guess, in Bedrock. Had to try it out, you know. So we are going to go to the nether and then go to our wither farm before this episode ends. One thing that I forgot to do last episode, and I did at the beginning of this episode, and it took some time away from the beginning of the episode, and that was not getting a screenshot for our thumbnail. So I think right now is probably the best time to do that, considering that is day 199 and it's nighttime of day 199. So that means it's about to be day 200 really quickly. I will say knowing the route definitely helps conserve some rockets. Okay, so now I need to find a nice little spot to take the screenshot for this episode. And immediately this is where I, think of. So we're gonna try to pillar up a little bit. So obviously the FOV is just completely, we're gonna try to fall down. Perfect. Okay, right here. So this is another spot where I think a nice little thumbnail might be at. Hopefully running away and coming back will help. It's us versus the clock right now. Will we get the screenshot on this episode? Oh, 2. Okay. We could work with 2. I was hoping for like 6, but 2 is not terrible. Okay, we're gonna put the wings on. It's definitely not going to be day 199 for all that long. And wow, this FOV is completely brutal. Oh, don't die with the FOV now, buddy. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna die. Ooh, look at that clutch save. And it's day 200. I guess that's a way to end the episode. Just messing around with the FOV and almost dying. I got down to 2 hearts. Okay, so where is it? It's right there. I mean, obviously it's right there, but like we need to just land on. So while we're standing here trying to get a thumbnail, I think it is time to wrap up the episode. It is day 200. And I am very pleased to bring you guys the second episode of this series that we have started in Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore Edition. If you guys missed the first episode, it is up on our channel. I encourage you guys to go watch it before watching this one. But if you guys are hearing this, you guys have already watched this one. So look out for the third. In this episode, we were able to complete a few of our goals. We did die 1 time. And we had left some goals on our list to complete in the next episode. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, I encourage you guys to subscribe and leave a like. I will be posting the 3rd episode very soon, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.